Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another kind of book haul for you guys. I just got back to my apartment from visiting my mom for a couple of weeks, and so whenever I'm there I always go to my kind of childhood local bookstore, and I always buy way too many books. So I've got, I think, 10 or 11 books again. So yeah, here's my kind of childhood bookstore book haul. So first up, we have The Warded Man by Peter V. Brett. So this is the first book in, I think it's called The Demon Cycle. I don't really know much about the series. I've heard mixed things about it, but I've heard really good things about this first book. It seems like kind of a horror fantasy about this kind of civilization where every night demons kind of awaken and just terrorize humanity. Yeah, I don't really know much about the story, but it sounds really interesting. And I am kind of looking for more kind of dark fantasy or almost horror vibes. So yeah, this sounds like a good place to start. Then I also got the first book. I think the series is called Shadows of the Apt. So this is Empire in Black and Gold by Adrian Tchaikovsky. I don't really know much about the series, but it sounds really cool. Just the whole kind of premise and conceit of it is that humans have kind of evolved alongside different types of insects. And so there's different types of humans that all have like slightly different powers or specialties that are kind of similar to the insects that they've grown up with, like beetles and moths and things like that. Yeah, so I think it's vaguely military fantasy or like war is coming and it's like political intrigue. I don't really know the plot. But yeah, the idea sounds really cool. I really want to get into this author. I have another book by him. Where is it? I have Children of Time, which is kind of, I feel like this is the kind of big book that like launched him into very, very mainstream success. But I think this is his first book ever published. So I'm excited to read this. I'll probably do this before Children of Time. But yeah, I'm excited for a lot of his books. And then I got Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Su Lin Tan. This is another one, again, I don't really know the story, but the cover stuck out to me like a year ago when the cover was first revealed. And yeah, it just sounds really beautiful and kind of lyrical. It's kind of Chinese mythology inspired. It's a debut novel. It's a lot thicker than I thought, actually. It's a pretty big novel. So yeah, I'm excited for this. Yeah, don't have much to say about this one. Okay, and then I got a couple straight up horror, like the Warded Man. I'm trying to get into a bit more horror, so I got two kind of classics. I got The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. It's a really short book. Yeah, like pretty, classic in the modern horror genre. I'm excited for this. I never saw the show or any of the movies, but I'm really excited to get to this one. It sounds fun. I don't know. Fun's not the right word. It's like spooky haunted house, but I'm into that. And then I got the absolute classic Dracula. I tried reading this when I was a kid, and I think the format, I forget the name, epistolary, I think, when like a book is written in kind of like letters or like diary entries or clippings like that, like newspaper clippings. I think that kind of confused me as a kid, but I'm really excited for this now. I found this pretty nice edition. Yeah, I love vampires. Vampires are like one of my favorite kind of mythical creatures. So I'm excited to get to this and finally read this classic. Okay, and then I have, continuing my very slow reread and completion of the Dune series, I have Children of Dune. So again, I have all 6 of these books, but I have like older editions of them. So I've been going through as I'm rereading and slowly getting these nice new editions because I just think they're so beautiful. Where is it? Here's Dune Messiah and Children of Dune. So I like these. So yeah, I reread Dune. I have this beautiful, the special edition with the blue pages and everything. So I got this, I think 2 years ago. It was a present. And yeah, I reread it. And ever since then, I've just been slowly going through and rereading the series. So I will do Children of Dune next. And then we have kind of something new for me, Light of the Jedi by Charles Soule. So this is a Star Wars book, and I've never read any Star Wars books before. This is the first in the new kind of High Republic multimedia project they're doing. And I have read this now, actually. And I really loved this book. Yeah, this was really fun. It was an era of Star Wars that I'm really interested in and that we haven't really seen on kind of TV shows or the movies or anything. So yeah, it was really, fast-paced adventure. It was very cool seeing the Jedi in their kind of best light. So yeah, I think there's a lot of books in the kind of High Republic project that's going on, but I think this is the first of a trilogy specifically. So I'm excited to move on with this. And then we have 16 Ways to Defend a Walled City by KJ Parker. I haven't read anything by KJ Parker. He sounds kind of like an interesting author. And yeah, this just sounded like a cool place to start. I've heard it's one of the more accessible ones, like places to start with Parker. And I just liked the idea. It's kind of like a classic, fantasy battle, like fantasy siege, but I think told specifically from the perspective of an engineer who's actually tasked with coming up with solutions to the problem of how to defend a city. So I thought that was an interesting angle that I've never read before. Yeah, I think this will be a good place to start with Parker. Okay, and then I got 2 short story collections. So this is Broken Stars, edited by Ken Liu. So I just read The Three Body Problem, which was translated by Ken Liu, and I really, really liked it. And so this is, I think, 16 short stories. I think all of them were previously untranslated, Chinese science fiction short stories. So yeah, I don't really know the plot of any of them. I don't really know any details, but I'm excited to do this. I like Ken Liu. I've only read his translated stuff. I haven't read his novels or short stories yet, but I'm going to get to them soon. And yeah, I thought this would be a very cool addition. I liked Three Body Problem a lot, so I'm excited to see more kind of Chinese science fiction. And then I also got The Best American Science Fiction and Fantasy of 2021. Just another collection of short stories, sci-fi and fantasy. Again, I recognize some of the authors, like Ken Liu is in this, Yoon-Ha Lee, who wrote Nine Fox Gambit. Who else? Those are the only ones I recognize from the back. But yeah, I want to get more into short stories because I don't really read a lot of short stories. There's this collection of short stories, People's Future of the United States, is one of the only big sci-fi fantasy ones I've read. And it's excellent. I highly recommend this collection. So yeah, I'm excited to do more short stories. Yeah. And then finally, because I'm trying to get into writing fantasy as well, I got kind of a manual, writing fantasy and science fiction. It's kind of a collection of a bunch of different authors talking about strategies and how to, work through things like world building and magic systems and stuff like that. I think the big ones, Orson Scott Card, Philip Athens, Jay Lake. So yeah, don't know what to say about this. Hopefully it'll be helpful. I'm excited for it. I flipped through it a little bit and it sounds pretty cool and detailed. So yeah, I'll get to that. So yeah, those are some of the books. Well, those are all of the books I got while I was up at my childhood bookstore. Let me know if you've read any of them. And yeah, thanks for checking in, guys.